We all crave belonging. We change ourselves just to feel accepted and even lose parts of ourselves in the process. Hi, I'm Stuti Rangappa, and for a long time, I've shaped myself into someone who I thought others wanted me to be. But one single realization changed everything. And today, I want to share that story with you. So it was a warm summer afternoon, and I was sitting on my bed with my grandfather, who was trying his best to teach me the most dreaded subject to ever exist, math. I was flipping through my textbook, pretending to study but understanding none of it. And my grandfather had pretty much given up on me. Just then, I heard my name being called repeatedly. My friends were outside calling me to join them for a game we invented called Dabba Express. I couldn't resist. Nanu, can I go play? I asked eagerly. At first, he shook his head, firm in his role as my reluctant math tutor. But after some pleading and some exaggerated promises to study later, he relented. The moment he nodded, I ran through the door before my mother could take notice and take away my hard earned freedom. A few minutes later, my mom called out my name again, but this time with a surprising announcement. My final exams had been cancelled. The pandemic had put us in a lockdown, and for the 12-year-old me, this was the best news ever. No school, no exams, no studying, just endless days of fun. At first, I was thrilled, but as time passed, I realized that my excitement wasn't just about escaping exams. There was another, deeper reason why I was so relieved to stay at home. One, that took me a long time to acknowledge. I never truly felt like I had friends there. Despite of my best efforts of striking up conversations, trying to fit in and even laughing at the right moments, I always felt like an outsider looking in. It wasn't that I was completely alone. I had people around me. I could sit with them at lunch, walk with them in the corridors, and even chat about meaningless things. But deep down, I knew I didn't belong. Looking back, it feels strange to admit that I had such a phase in my life. A phase where I constantly reshaped myself just to fit into spaces where I never truly belonged. Even the smallest things reflected how much I pretended. Every time I traveled with my family, my mother would ask, should we bring back some souvenirs for your friends? And I would always say no, pretending that I didn't care for gifts. But the truth was, admitting that I did not have any friends felt harder than pretending that I didn't want to give anything. Looking back, it was glaringly obvious that I did not matter to these people. And the sad truth was, it wasn't just limited to my school friends. So, one evening, my mother asked me to grab some curry leaves from the plant we had in our balcony. And if your mother tells you to do something, you have about 30 seconds to do it before she does it herself and makes you feel guilty about it the whole day. So I hurried to the balcony, plucked a few leaves, and just when I was about to go in, I saw something. I saw a group of my so called friends gathered near our playground, laughing, talking, and completely immersed in each other. A wave of isolation hit me. My first fear now seemed like my reality. That one image put so much into perspective. That was the day it all clicked. And the realization hit me like a punch to the guts. I felt a sting of betrayal, but I had to come to terms with what was happening. My friends never truly cared for me and never valued me. So I did something I never thought I would do. I went back in, I grabbed my mother's phone, I opened the WhatsApp group they had created, and I exited it. Now, to someone else, it might seem insignificant, a small action, just a tap on the screen. But for me, it was everything. It was the first time I chose myself over the people who did not care about me. And so I started reflecting on how long I'd been hiding parts of myself just to fit in. And I remembered an incident from fifth grade when my class teacher once asked me, why do you seem so scared? I just shrugged and denied it. But inside, I knew she was right. I was scared. I was scared of being called weird, being called lame, and being left out because I had different opinions. She was the first teacher who helped me overcome my fear of speaking up. The lockdown and the pandemic forced me to face myself. And without the noise of trying to fit in, I started to embrace who I was. I started exploring things that I loved, like writing and reading and baking, even tried my hand at cooking. Looking back, I am grateful for that moment because it taught me that I didn't need to twist myself into someone else's version of acceptable. And during the period of lockdown, I learned how to enjoy my own company. And more importantly, I learned that my worth wasn't tied to how many friends I had or how others treated me. It was tied to how I treated myself. So, once the lockdown ended, I had to return to school. But this time, I was a changed person. I was confident and I wasn't afraid of voicing out my opinions. I still remember my first day back like it was yesterday. So I walked into the class and I found myself a seat right next to the window because I'll be honest, I wasn't really planning on focusing in the class. And just when the class was about to start, this girl who seemed way too happy considering it was 8 in the morning came and sat right in front of me. At first, I didn't think anything about it. But eventually, over the next few months, this random seating arrangement turned into something I never saw coming, a real friendship. And just like that, school wasn't the hellish place I once remembered it to be. So, the message I want to leave you with is that you don't need to change yourself to fit in. You only need the courage to stand as tall as you. At my 10th grade farewell, I watched as my classmates shed tears over their beloved school, their friendships, and their memories. I, on the other hand, didn't cry. I didn't feel sad. I felt proud. I felt proud of the roller coaster like journey I had been through. Proud of the girl who had once been shy, scared, desperate to belong, and proud of the girl who had finally learned to stand on her own. For the first time, I wasn't leaving with regrets. I wasn't leaving with the regret of pretending to be someone I'm not. I wasn't leaving with the fear of not being enough. I was leaving with a sense of self, a sense of knowing that I was no longer choosing people who wouldn't choose me back, a sense of pride in the journey that had shaped me. So, if you ever feel unheard, invisible, or unvalued, just remember you don't need to change anything about yourself just to fit in. You just need to find the courage to stand as tall as you. Because the right people, the right opportunities, and the right life will find you once you stop chasing after the wrong ones. Thank you.